John, good point tonight.
Yeah, first draw we've had this season, so no real complaints. I thought we worked exceptionally hard as a group. Didn't really see too much of the ball in the first half. Obviously wasn't that happy about certain things in the first half, the way that we played, but coming in at half time at 0-0, not really too many threats on our goal. And really, Bruce, I have to say, they didn't get really any sort of clear-cut openings until the last 5 minutes, when it was frantic, when we were obviously down to 10 men.
Yeah, and then Jamie Ashdown, who you brought into the team tonight, proved his worth, didn't he?
Yeah, very much so, and a couple of brilliant saves at the end. And he's had to keep his concentration without having to do too much. He had to field a few crosses, and certainly we got far more into the game into the second half, and we started to look really strong going forward. But we gave the ball away far too much for my liking. Didn't pass it as well as I know that we can do, but we kept battling on, and it was a really battling performance. And Joe Walsh and Dean Leacock at the heart of our defence did very well. Matt Sadler's had 2 games and 2 clean sheets, so that was beneficial. I changed it around a little bit. I thought Bobson looked a little bit uncomfortable at right back in the first half. Jimmy used a little bit more of his experience in the second half and settled into that right back role very, very easily. And Bobson went in the centre of midfield, where of course he's got this non-stop energy. And he had a really good second half, I felt. So I'm pleased with the point at the end of the day, Bruce.
Tough decision to drop Brian Jensen tonight?
Well, he's 39 years of age, and sometimes it's good to bring in a fresh pair of legs, a fresh pair of hands, and it just livens everything up. I've got the luxury of having 2 guys that are not a lot to choose between them. They're both excellent at what they do. I'm very fortunate to have them both, and I have to try and pick the side that I think is going to be the best on the night. That's my job, I'm afraid, and sometimes you have to make decisions that are not popular ones, but it has to be done. So we just changed it around a little bit tonight, and certainly Jamie didn't let the team down.
And obviously you've got options now to freshen things up, which is what you've been wanting for a while, isn't it?
Yeah, we obviously missed a couple. Guillaume wasn't quite ready tonight. We had a look at him this morning on the training ground. Bange was the same. I have to thank Evo, Steve Evans, who allowed us to use Rotherham's training ground this morning. Still got a lot of love for Crawley, so that was really good to see him this morning. And what was the question, Bruce?
You've got the option to change.
Oh yes.
And you're going to update us on the injuries.
Yes,
as well.
whilst I was at Rotherham's training ground this morning with the team, Bange wasn't quite ready, and Guillaume was touch and go. And thought about putting Guillaume on tonight, but he felt a little bit uncomfortable with his ankle. He had a little bit of a reaction this afternoon to the training session, so I was really without those 2. I couldn't really select those 2 today. I think having this extra 3 or 4 days now until the Preston game, I think there's a really good chance of both of them being back for the weekend, so that will certainly increase my opportunities of changing the side a little bit. Obviously couldn't be without Keno though, who I thought was exceptional again tonight. Yeah. I really felt that the 4 with Jamie Ashdown, the 2 centre halves, and Keno just in front of them, right in the middle, right in the centre of our team, in the spine of our team. I thought those 4 in particular had outstanding games, and it'll be a big miss for us not having Keno at the weekend. But there's other players now that are just coming back. Unfortunately, we lost Ryan tonight. That might be a bit of a long-term injury. So we'll assess him in the morning, but a good point tonight, Bruce. We'll try and enjoy the trip home.
Finally, word for the fans, John, who travelled tonight. 230 miles. I mean, it's ridiculous, really, having to come here midweek, I suppose. But they did make the effort, didn't they?
Well, I was looking at. we were chatting yesterday about our division, and just everything is a journey. It took us 8 hours yesterday. I'm sure our fans. It's great when you can give them something. It's great when it's worthwhile, when they can actually go home with half a smile on their face anyway, that we've come in and got a point, kept a clean sheet, and obviously we always appreciate our supporters who travel the length and breadth of they have to travel the length of the country because we've got no I think Leighton Orient's our local derby, isn't it now? So yeah, a little special word for them, and let's hope we can reward them with 3 points on Saturday at Preston.